Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. Same try to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust him cause he not my cause we worry about getting figures. All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me. And my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different.
PA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The Niners at 9-6 now. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Purdy. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Purdy looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson. A very nice job on the run.
Testing. Check.
Yards all told. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 29, Carr. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rusher's right there to hit him. But no fear. He delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200-plus?
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a turn and a give to Barkley. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. To throw his Carr. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Carr now on 1st down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Now their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. They find some open field here. Touchdown, 49ers. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's got some space here. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. His 1st carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Carr. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Carr now to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Here's Carr to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And the tight end Ebron in motion. Throwing on first down is Carr. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Derek Carr keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Giants are once again back in front.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level. One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion left. second down, McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
McCaffrey on the counter. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 8 coming up. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Throw left side complete. That's Hudson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Throwing here, Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Purdy now to throw. Open man is Juwan Jennings. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Purdy. And this is caught, Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Up the middle with Barkley. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
Oh, that was a thing to beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Carr going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 25th touchdown, tying him and Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Giants have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Purdy. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2nd down and 3. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This is caught by Robinson. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Giants are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. He's got room at the 30. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 7, Purdy. Caught on a slant. Touchdown, 49ers. Gerard Jennings from 8 yards out. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And this will be a Giants first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm was just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he finds his target, Ebron. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Second down, here's Barkley again. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Got his man in the crossing pattern. It's Slayton. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, it's a terrific observation because, you know, they emphasize ball security, wanted to avoid making any major mistakes playing against that tough defense, and they were turnover-free and took points when they were available. Excellent execution, and they did it confidently.
So for the Giants, they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to